Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing Scream 7, spoiler free. I will have a spoiler review out soon. And yeah, so now that you guys know that, please subscribe, like the like button, and slap that bells to get notifications later. And don't forget to check out all the links down below, my TikTok, my Instagram, and my Facebook, and my letterbox also. And yeah, I love Scream. Let's watch some scary movies together. Yeah, so first thing is I'll get into what I liked about the movie. So the opening, I liked the opening. It was there was a lot of like nostalgia in it already. Like the movie is basically just full of nostalgia, and it'll remind you of scenes from the older movies, or stuff will happen that will remind you of stuff from the old movies. So yeah, the opening, they go into the Stu Mocker house, and where all this stuff happened, all this shit happened, and he's taking pictures and stuff, and it's really funny. I thought the movie was really funny actually, and uh there was a lot of funny scenes and silly stuff happening. But the opening scene was a lot longer than I thought it would be. There was a lot of like fake outs, and it was good. Um yeah, I watched it in 4DX actually. So the the chair was shaking. I didn't know what it was going to be until there was a jump scare, and then it just like right there like that. Yeah, that was fun. A little bit of fun there, but when there was a lot of action and people were like getting thrown into walls and stuff, and there was a lot of fighting, you felt like every blow in your seat, and that was getting a little annoying because it was happening like constantly, just like if you were on a ride or a roller coaster or something, just like boom, 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 just moving around like that. It was kind of annoying at one point, but there was scenes where like you're just floating, like, or like this camera's spinning and stuff, and you were just like it felt like you were floating in the air or something. And yeah, my brother was sitting on the side close to the aisle, and he said there was like wind blowing. I could feel it just a little bit, but I didn't even know what was going on. But yeah, that was cool. But yeah, the opening was good. uh it was okay, to be honest. It wasn't like the best, it wasn't the worst. I thought like how Ghostface got them and where he was kind of stupid, but it was good. And yeah, so after the opening, we cut to Sydney and his her daughter, and you get like the first thing is you get the boyfriend coming through the window, and that's kind of nostalgic for Billy when he comes through the window. Uh, but yeah, the I thought what they did with Sydney and her daughter was good enough for the movie. It was good enough. I really liked the dad actually. He was badass, kind of. He was beating the crap out of Ghostface at one point. Uh, yeah. So so they did some pretty interesting stuff with this movie. There were some good ideas, but I thought they didn't execute it to perfection, or to just a good execution of what was going on. But yeah, so I thought when there was chase scenes or kill scenes, the suspense was pretty good. But the thing with the chase scenes and the kill scenes that is that the characters were like really dumb, and you didn't get to spend any time with the new characters. The new characters were just basically meat bags to die. And at the beginning of the movie, they set up a party. Like usually in every Scream movie, there's some kind of party, or you get to meet the characters, and you get to understand each character a little bit, just so that you care when they die or they don't die or whatever. Um, but in this one, they set that up, but then they like decide just not to put that in the movie, and it becomes a killing montage pretty much, and like literally it feels like it just feels super fast paced, and you're just seeing a bunch of people die over and over and over and over. But like I thought the it like becomes worst throughout the movie. So like there's the scene in the like when they're in the walls in the trailer and stuff. That whole scene in the her house in their house is probably the one of the best sequences in the movie, I think. I really like that sequence and how it ends. Uh and yeah, that was a great sequence. You get to see Sydney and the dad fighting Ghostface, and they're trying to survive, and it was good. It was a good scene, a good sequence. Uh yeah, so but then they reveal something really early in the movie, which I thought was kind of really weird. And it was like, yeah, it was like, wow, okay, you're revealing this early in the movie. And then throughout the movie I thought, okay, it's not that bad that you revealed that early, but then by the end it doesn't end up being very good. Like, I felt they could have done a lot more, and I would like if I could say spoilers right now, I would be able to explain it a little bit better. But um, yeah. And yeah, there's like Chad and Mindy and Gail come back. Chad and Mindy, I thought they were just there to be like, oh, that's gonna be the killer, or this is gonna be the killer, or just to explain the rules again. And I thought they brought them in for no reason. They were just there for that only reason, and I thought they could have been cut out of the movie, and we could have taken more of that time in the movie for the new characters, or for Sydney and her daughter to develop their relationship a little bit more. And Gail arrived in a really cool scene. She busts out in her car, and it was sick and it was super cool, but she's basically just there for nothing almost. She disappears for like half of the movie. After she's in the movie, she just disappears, and she doesn't help out with anything. And that was just like, wow, they just like wasted her completely. And same thing with Chad and Mindy. They wasted them completely, I'd say. And I don't even understand why Chad and Mindy wanted to become reporters or anything, or a cameraman or anything. Like we never even, like in Screaming 5 and 6, you don't even see them be interested in that. So I was just confused by that, and I was like, okay, I'll just run with it, you know. But like, you know, and they just get rid of them like super quickly. They get rid of these characters super quickly, and you don't see them for half the movie. Um, yeah, but yeah, and yeah, the new characters, they just do the dumbest decisions in every sequence, in every chase or suspenseful sequence. You're just like, what the frick are you doing, bro? You're just like walking around, and you don't even care what's going on. You don't even seem like stressed out about this, and they're doing the dumbest shit ever. uh and like this guy just decides, oh yeah, I'm gonna run in there and do absolutely bullshit and die immediately, and it's just like the dumbest shit ever. But I mean, there was a scene that was pretty brutal in the bar sequence where like I just didn't think Ghostface would do that in any of his movies. It was just, in my mind, it was like too long of a sequence, and then he just did this thing, and then I was like, wow, okay, Ghostface would never do this. This seems like it would be in a Terrifier movie or something. Uh, and yeah, that took me a little bit, I don't know, just took me out a little bit. And yeah, so like every time a character died, I just did not care like whatsoever. And they died so fast that you were just like, they cut away from the kill, and you're just like, okay, well, I guess they're dead, and whatever. And what they did with the dad, I didn't like at all. What they ended up doing with the dad, like I liked him at the beginning, but then they did something like really weird. But I can't tell you more than that. Yeah. So I'd say I liked the movie just enough because it got me to laugh, and it was it was still fun to see Ghostface running around and killing people, and to see Sydney with her daughter, and that was cool. Uh, but there's also like that one scene where she has to shoot him through the wall, and Sydney's directing her how to shoot the gun and stuff. That was a good scene, but then she does something super stupid right after that, and I'm like, okay, just just do what you want to do, bro. Like this is retarded. This is not. This is this is not there. Um. Um. So yeah. Let's see here, and then like you guys know, Stu is back for this movie. Like I didn't love what they did with that character. Like I like the character. Like he was funny in the movie, and he was like you were like, oh my god, this is like outrageously funny and stuff. But I didn't like what they ended up with. What they did with him, it was not very well done, to be honest. Uh, and then yeah, so with the Ghostface reveal, I thought the motive was not very good. It didn't make really much sense at all. I understand it. Some parts of it make sense, but a lot of it doesn't make sense. And or one big thing doesn't make sense. And the whole ending is very, very silly. And I understand like Scream is silly, you know. It's funny and it's silly. But it was very silly to me and I did not like it. I did not like the end that much. And yeah, so all in all, this movie was nostalgia bait. Pretty much the entire movie, just nostalgia hits to make you be like, "Oh, look, look, look," and some fun moments. There were some fun moments, good ideas. There was good ideas, but just they could have been written so much better and directed so much better and just executed a lot better. And I didn't think they did a great job with that, but what they did a great job with is it was funny. Uh, the kills were good, and I thought Sydney and her daughter by the end. You like them. You like the daughter. You like Tatum. I mean, you like Tatum, and you like Sydney. You know, you like them. That's a good part of the movie. And then everything else is just dumb characters getting killed for like no, just getting killed, and it's just a montage pretty much the entire movie, about people you don't even care, and Chad and Mindy and Gail are just there for nothing. And yep, the suspense was good, and yeah, so go check out all my links down below, and I will come back to you guys with a spoiler review next. And don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share this one too, also with other people. I love you guys. Bye.